Alright, it's time for some more magic. Let's look at opening hand. We have two necropolises, 3 basics, draw spell or on the play, and I've also got a counter spell or a land cycler, which with 5 lands I don't think I'm going to need to do. But I think with 5 lands and draw spell on the second turn I'm going to keep. On the play, on the draw, I don't know if I would, but I probably still would. So let's put the necropolis into play and pass it over to Mad Fraggle. He's playing 62 cards. How's my math? 62? Yeah, and he starts with Island Go. So I'm going to get the second red source into play. We picked up an anger, which is great, but I want to play a basic here so I can draw a card. I got 5 lands, so I don't really mind. I can play a basic whenever I need to curve out, or a tap land if I don't need to. So let's see what Mad Fraggle's doing. Is he playing the mono blue? You know, he's playing blue-white. And he plays a Squadron Hawk. Okay, so Anger of the Gods is probably going to be pretty good in this matchup. So now that he's tapped out, let's just... Oops, system is busy. He's making choices. Let's draw ourselves a card. And it is a Banefire. Not bad, a piece of removal, I suppose. And he's probably going to pass the turn once he realizes that he's got all his mana tapped. Until then, I'm just going to sit here and say... Oh, there we go. I think I'm going to play another basic this turn too, actually. Okay, I got lots of basics. I can curve out whenever I want to. I'm going to play the Island, because I want to flash back my Think Twice. Not going to bother doing anything else yet. I'm just going to wait for him to drop a bunch of creatures on the board and then cast this bad boy. I love that card. It's pretty easy to see. You know, there's only 2 copies, but in this deck there's a ton of draw power. It's fairly, you know, you can get it fairly consistently, so that's a good thing. Not gonna do this until he decides to make a play. So he's playing a Guild Gate, and probably I imagine we'll just see another Hawk here. Yep, that's what he's doing. He's grabbing another Hawk, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw my card. And we get another Think Twice, which is good. So he's going to grab another Hawk into his hand. I don't know how many he grabbed the first time. I guess I should have paid attention, but he's avoiding overdrawing his hand, which is a smart thing to do. So we're down to 19. Okay, we can handle that. We can handle that. The only thing now, with him playing blue and having 2 blue sources, once he gets aboard, he could have counter spells to protect against my Anger of the Gods, which would be pretty bad. But we'll see if he once he taps out and I can get like a 3 or 4 for 1, then I'm gonna just go for it. Take the advantage while I can get it. So here comes another Hawk. Still got 1 mana. I don't know if he's gonna hit his 4th land drop or not, or if he's just gonna go into combat here. He's going to come in and swing for 2. Yes, we can take that. We can take that all day long. Down to 17. He doesn't play a land, so we'll just draw another card. We'll just sit here and let him peck away, let him peck away. Inspiration is good. Shock is good. Let's just put a swamp in play, pass it again. We got 7 cards in hand. Not sure I want an inspiration here. Probably just going to flashback, I think, twice. I'll inspiration after I spend a few cards. We'll see though. We'll see what he does. We will see what he does. We got a counterspell online here now if he does something scary that we can't otherwise interact with. Taps out for a Chasm Skulker. I'm fine with that because Anger of the Gods will exile that. That's good. So he's coming in for 3. Yeah, here we go. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to flashback my... I'm not even going to flashback. I don't want to overdraw my hand. So we picked up an Augur Spree. I know he's got that other Hawk in there, but this feels too good. Too good to just anger here now, so let's just blow him up. See you later, guys. Oh, God, I love that card. Oh, man. Casting that just... Oh, makes my day. Makes my day. So let's see if he hits the 4th land. He's probably... he airs his 4th land. I imagine we're going to see another Hawk unless he's got a 4 mana play. And it is another Hawk. Yep. He can shuffle his deck if he wants, but the other 3 in exile, so he's not getting a card off it, and he's just going to pass it. So I think I'm just going to grab this card out of the graveyard here, and we're up to 7 mana. We got 2 counter spells, lots of draw spells. Ooh, Obelisk. I like to play Obelisk on 8 though, so I can activate it at the same turn that I cast it. So for now, I'm just going to pass it over. I'll react to him as necessary and pop this at the end of the turn if he doesn't do anything worthwhile. He's up to 5 mana now. We could see the old Baneslayer Angel coming into play at any time. He's just getting in for 1, which is fine. We're still on, well, we're on 13 after this, which is plenty of life for this deck at this stage of the game. No, he just says go, so I'm gonna draw 2 cards here because I'm looking for a land. Is he gonna counter my draw spell? That tells me that he's got counter spells right there. The fact that he's thinking about this. I'd rather him counter this, honestly, then I can untap and slam that Obelisk into play. No, he's just gonna let me have it. Or, no, he's going to pause the timer again. He's thinking about it. He's going to negate it. That's good. So I'm going to shock this in response. He's going to negate that, and unless he's got another negate, I'm just going to slam the Obelisk down. Does he have another negate? Does he have it? If he doesn't, he's feeling pretty bad about countering that draw spell. The thing is, countering a draw spell just feels terrible because you didn't really stop anything. It's just a draw spell. I mean, save your counters for the actual threats, right? A draw spell isn't a threat. If they resolve their draw spell, there's a Battle Grace Angel. If they resolve the draw spell, you just counter whatever they happen to pick up off the draw. I mean, anyway, that's just the way I like to play. So there's Battle Grace. Got this fine card right here that hit X-Force. How many mana do I have? How many mana do I have? I have 8. No green source though, so I can't cycle my Resounding Thunder. So I'm just going to pass and keep up Traumatic Visions here. And I'm going to spree this before he gets to attack with it. But I'm trying to get some more value. Maybe he got an aura to put on it or something that he wants to target it with. You never know what kind of value you can get. Don't want to pull the trigger too fast. He's just coming into combat, so he's got that Exalted trigger on the stack, but before it resolves, I'm going to Augur Spree, and if he has a response like God's Willing or something, then I can counter it with Traumatic Visions. So I'm pretty sure it's going to die. He's thinking about it. Maybe he doesn't like it, maybe he's going to bounce his own creature. I'm fine with that. He's going to have to take a whole turn to replay it. And I can just counter it. Okay, all those triggers resolved. Does he recast it? Yes, he does. And I'm going to say, nah. Countered. Okay, so he's got 3 cards in hand. We picked up Inspiration, which is great. Inspiration is great. So I got the counterspell online now. I got the Obelisk on. Well, I haven't got any white or green mana actually, so I've only got my three basic modes here. He puts an Intended Knight in play. I'm gonna let that resolve. Let's see what else he's got. Anything? Nothing. I get to use the Obelisk's black mode on end step too, which is good. So let's just draw 2 cards. Let's pause the timer and let's kill that Attended Knight with the Obelisk here. Dink. Draw 2. Pick up a shock. I'm not going to spend a card on that 1/1 because I can again use the Obelisk. So up to 9 mana now. Pretty much in control of the game. Got a counterspell online. Draw spell online. Soon going to be able to recycle Resounding Thunder. Got a big Banefire. So I'm not going to counter a draw spell because, like I said, I'd rather counter an actual spell. And I'm not. He plays another land. I'm not going to use the black mode on the Obelisk in combat here because he could have a response. So I'm just going to take the 1 damage unless he decides to try to pump it in some way. Otherwise, I'll just kill it on his end step. And is he going to pass or is he going to... Okay, he's going to pass. So now that we're in the end step, I'm just going to pop it, and then I'm going to draw 2 more cards. Alright, so his board's clean again. We got a Runescar Demon, picked up another Anger of the Gods, going to draw for turn, back up to 7 cards in hand. control deck loves to have 7 cards in hand. So 10 lands. Do I just jam this and go get Kozilek? He could, you know, I'm letting my shields down if I do that, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Does he counter it? No, he doesn't counter it. Okay, so I'm gonna go get Kozilek. He just paused the timer. I gotta. Does he have a reprisal in his hand? Obviously, you don't want to bounce my Runescar Demon. That's pretty bad if you're gonna give me a. Oh wow, you're gonna bounce my Runescar Demon. Okay. I still get to tutor, triggers on the stack, and I get to recast it if I want to. Alright, well, let's just go get Kozilek, and hopefully we get to see some board annihilation this game. Here we go, there's the big boy. And let's just pass it over to him. See what he's got in store. He's got 8 mana in play. That's probably more than he wants to have in play, considering he's playing Squadron Hawks and other stuff like that. But Anger of the Gods killed his Skulkers and all his stuff. Do I want to do anything here? Do I want to draw and discard a card? Do I just want to hit him, burn him for 3? Let's draw and discard. See what we pick up. Pick up Savage Lands, which I want. I want the Banefire. Shock. Shock is a bit outdated here now because I got the Obelisk online, so we can do without a Shock. Alright, let's get that green source into play. And draw 4 cards off Kozilek. You may counter it, but I still get the 4 cards. Yep, he's going to counter it, which is fine. I get a reshuffle, I get 4 cards, so. Yeah, let's look at the demon in hand, a bunch of other stuff. Obelisk on the battlefield. I am tapped out, though. I am tapped out. So how many cards? I have 10, so I'm just going to discard the 3 lands here. So we got 11 mana in play now, so we got green mana to cycle this. Got Tribute if he lands something big. He's just going to draw a card. I got Runescar Demon to go get what I want, and since I reshuffled my deck, I can just yank Kozilek back out again. If that's what I want to do. So he's flashing back his Think Twice now. Going up to 3 cards in hand. And did he pick up his Baneslayer? He's got the mana to cast it, but no, he didn't pick up any creatures. So Inferno Titan is here. Runescar Demon though. How much mana do I have? 8 out of 11, so this leaves me with 4. Yes, that's fine. Is he gonna counter this guy? Yeah, he's gonna counter it. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. He's down to 2 in hand, and like I said, I got a full grip here, so I don't have my counterspell online, but I do have Tribute, and I can pick off any weenies and still make Tribute good, so I think I'll probably just come at him with the Obelisk here now. Start burning them out. 11 mana. He's drawn 2 cards, which is fine with me. So is he playing, like, is he playing a he's playing Squadron Hawks, so he's playing Attendant Knights, but he's playing a whole bunch of counters and draw too, which just seems counterintuitive. So I'm gonna go on the uncounterable burn plan, so I'm just gonna hit him for 3 here. And then I'm gonna look to cycle a Thunder and Banefire him. So that's gonna be my game plan, so let's just pass it, and at the end of his turn, I'll cycle this Thunder, untap Banefire, unless he has instant speed life gain, then he's just gonna lose. Actually, I think I can cycle the Thunder and burn him out for 3 with the Obelisk. Plays another land, going to 12. And does he have any castable spells? Is he trying to win the game with 4 Squadron Hawks? I don't know why he doesn't have more creatures in his deck. There, cycle the Thunder, aim it at Mad Fraggle, and then we will tap the Obelisk of Alara, aim that at Mad Fraggle. So that's a lot of damage. That 6 and 3 is 9, so he's going to 7. He's thinking about it, but you can't counter either one of them. It's the beautiful thing about this deck. Pretty much in the late game, all of its burn is just uncounterable, and you can just close the game out of nowhere. So let's just Banefire his face. I'm not gonna. He could have life gain of some kind, so I'm just gonna step it up and do the full 11. Right to his face. He can't counter it. Boom! There you go. Grixis control. Yeah, just wipe everything with Anger of the Gods. Slowly lay lands and burn him out with a whole bunch of uncounterable damage. It's oh, it's a fun deck to play. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.